What's the feeling like at the top?
I mean, it's pretty cool. it's pretty awesome. Like, I mean, Ryder Black, he should have been there. He's worked his tail off. Our whole team's worked their tail off all year. I know all of us put our hearts into each other, and it just shows out on the mat. And as this team title is coming in closer and closer, we want to win it for each other, not just, we don't want to just win our individual titles, we want to win our dual titles for each other because we're so close, such a good team, family. We want to win it for each other, not just ourselves.
Were you sensing more pressure with Ryder's loss?
No. I mean, I told him that we'd feed off each other, we'd work together, try to build momentum. I mean, props to Drake, he's a great opponent. Ryder's a great opponent too. I drove with him every day in the practice room, and just progressing throughout the year. That kid's gone from being good, being great, to being fantastic. He's one of the best 32-pounders in the country, I believe, if not the best. Even if it didn't show out there tonight, I believe he is the best 132-pounder there is.
That's your second time wrestling and really tough out. How were you able to get it done, that last takedown there?
Grit. I mean, just putting in work and I guess making sure I want it more than him. I guess it showed out there that I wanted it deeper and I want it more than him, and I guess it just showed out there. So. Beginning of the year, like around that event I put on with, I forgot where it was, but it was that event they put on, and me and Whitcomb were talking. We thought I was going to go 38, 45, somewhere in there. And then we saw he was going 52. I'm like, no, I want to go 52. I want to take that challenge. I want to beat the best. And went 52. I mean, I probably should have been a 45-pounder, but I put all that muscle in the summer, and I kept doing it throughout the year. So I wasn't really cutting. I was just working on getting better at wrestling, working on putting on muscle and conditioning. And I faced him earlier on, and I beat him, and he said he was in football shape, and I guess I was in fantasy football shape then. But I mean, we came out here again. Props to him. He's a really tough opponent. He's quick, very technical. He's one of the best in the country, and we went out there and battled, and I guess I just wanted it more, and I came out on top. So nothing to do, or nowhere else to go but up from here. So just keep finding those toughest opponents and seeking them out and getting the best competition you can, and that's the only way you're going to grow and become a better competitor later on down the road, not just now. The injuries are tough. I mean, tearing my meniscus sophomore year, in the middle of the year, I had no clue like what an injury was, because that's my first one, and I went, figured out I had to have surgery, and it was only a meniscus, and I figured that was big, but it turns out it was only not that big. 2-3 week recovery, quick, easy. I come back, state finals last year, tear ACL, and found out that was a big one, and that sucked. I mean, COVID over the years kept me from wrestling anyways and competing, but I missed all that mat time practicing, trying to get better. But I mean, being off the mat that long and missing the sport I love to do, it just built up inside me and reminded me how much I love the sport and miss it, and showed me how much I want to be out on the mat competing with the best, not cutting weight and trying to get the lowest competition I can to, I guess, wrestle smaller kids. Why not go out there and be as healthy as you can, as strong as you can, and wrestle with the best kids there too. So you're having fun while doing it, and also getting better, because I spent all that time in the weight room trying to get bigger and recovering, and why would I want to take that all away when I can just go out there and do what I did tonight and win at a comfortable weight where I want to be at and be happy.